Dear Clash Guards, I confess my emotions have been a mess. Cause you changed everything we ever knew. From witches to poison and the Queen walked too. Whoa, I've been wrong, I was wrong. Been at town all night, way too long. Getting hogs and Valkyries. I'll push that button and believe in you again.
Welcome to episode 99 of Pineapples and Thorns. I'm Kat, and I've got some special guests here tonight. But first, I'll jump into some CFF news. It's pretty quiet over the holiday season. I have seen some rumblings behind the scenes of some plans for more CFF events in the new year, so keep watching the various announcement channels for details on that. And with Town Hall 17 dropping in November, RedThorn decided to take December as a more relaxed CWL, so we ran a 30 in our Crystal Warrior clan and ended up promoting to Masters 2 there. The Rated crushed their week with a special guest, Darth Yoda, on board. They now sit in Champs 2, and the little clan that could, Shiny Gemeralds, promoted to Champs 3. Our smaller accounts went over to Kent Greenhouse and also smashed out a promotion to Crystal 2, so well done to all the clans. So our special guest tonight, I'd like to welcome Ace, a co-leader at RedThorn, and the Podfather himself, C-Note. You guys have been on before. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So why don't you each give our listeners a little bit of an update as to what accounts you currently have, how many you actually are playing, and what town hall levels they are. Ace, do you want to go first?
Yeah, because C-Note's going to keep us here all night with his. So. Let's see. I've been playing for 11 years. Currently have a Town Hall 17, a 16, a 12, 11, 9, and 8. The main two I play are just my 16 and 17s. Don't really care too much about the lower levels right now.
See?
Well, I'm hoping to beat Darth Yoda and Call Me T's record of like 2-hour episode. So I'm going to go through all 42 of my accounts and their progress to this point. I'm just kidding, of course. I have anywhere from a Town Hall 4 to a Town Hall 17. Like I said, about 42 accounts. I play roughly about half of them on a regular basis. It's very difficult to keep up, especially with the goings-on at Clash these days. But I try to maintain them, at least visit them once or twice a month and show them a little love, and here I am.
So you both mentioned you have a Town Hall 8, and out of curiosity, have you played on them at all to use the Archer Queen?
I have.
Yeah?
But, I mean, let's be honest, Town Hall 8 was kind of easy to begin with. So now it's just destroying bases with a queen.
Oh, man. It goes up to what, level 5?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I'm asking you the hard questions.
Oh, do they get harder?
Much harder. Ace, have you played on your 8 at all?
Oh, no. I haven't touched it in probably 6 months. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's talk about Town Hall 17, since that's the new toy on the block. Get your thoughts on what you think of it now that we've played it for a few weeks. Do you like Town Hall 17?
See, you want to go first on this one?
Well, I mean, you guys upgraded before I did. I was kind of holding out for a little bit there, but it's different. It's you feel a little naked without the Eagle Artillery, right? Mm-hmm. It's a new platform. You don't have the Giga Poison anymore, so it's a whole new ball game. Because I know Ace kind of taught me this. And I know, Kat, you were on board with this, where you kind of went for the Town Hall first to get, the benefit of your Warden Tome to carry you through that poison and then address the rest of the base. And now you don't really need to do that per se. So it's kind of changing up the way I've been attacking for the last year and a half.
Ace, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I still go for Town Hall first, but it's, to me, it's, with the new defenses and stuff, it's a little different. I mean, ground makes it a little harder because of the defense that's added. I switched back to air, which I told everyone I wouldn't, but I did. And I'm having great success. I mean, to me, Town Hall 17 is pretty easy. I mean, it's almost like Town Hall 15.
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways it is. I know I'm still using my old Root Rider Valk combo, but I took C-Note's advice and I got rid of all the overgrowth spells and I'm using freezes, and that seems to be working a lot better for me.
Way to give away my secret, Cat.
Sorry. I was going to say, what attacks are working for you, see?
Well, that attack, obviously. You really don't need the overgrowth anymore because you don't have an eagle to worry about, and that's really was the target for the overgrowth, right? With ground attacks, so you're not getting pounded for the entire attack. And so, I felt like, well, this is useless. It's silly. I mean, yeah, I can kind of use it for pathing, but I don't really need it, so I took it out and still using Root Rider Valk attack with a splash of a couple other troops and few different spells like I know Trample is very well known for earthquaking his way in or around a base, and I kind of adopted that and brought in some earthquakes just to kind of keep the path work going. But I'm still, old dog and same tricks.
Yeah. But it is really weird, especially at first, you would come across these Town Hall 16s, especially in Legend, and I guess they were in the middle of their upgrades, and there's no eagle. And you're looking because you were going to overgrowth or figure out how you're going to attack that base, but there's no eagle there. So it just, like you said, it just feels like something was missing, right?
Yeah, it's a little weird because we've spent years looking at this eagle artillery and maybe not so much fearing it anymore because the introduction of the monolith and the scatter shots and other various defenses that were introduced now at Town Hall 17 that I believe we'll get into a little later. But it's it's a definite hole in the defenses. And we always say big boy defenses, and I know I've talked to Ace about this on several occasions where we're talking big boy defenses, and that now is no longer relevant. So it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, because you merge the Town Hall and the Eagle, and yet they've taken away the Giga Bomb and the poison from the Town Hall. So it just feels like it's weaker, right? Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it just doesn't have that same feel where you're kind of keeping one eye on an eagle while you're, so bases were separated, right? A lot of people were putting the eagle on one side and the Town Hall on the other, forcing you to pick a path because, both of them are very destructive. And now you really don't have that. So you're like looking around like, what am I going to deal with?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and speaking of the Giga Bomb, they gave us a separate Giga Bomb that you can put anywhere on the base, and it's completely visible, so you can see where it is. Do you think that it does adequate damage, or is it noticeable at all? Ace?
I mean, as far as when I attack, it doesn't bother me. I mean, I've set it right next to my Town Hall, just for the simple fact that you're going to have people going for the Town Hall and with the blimp, popcorn, whatever. So, it seems to work good on defense for me, but as far as when I attack, it doesn't. I really don't even look for it when I attack. It doesn't bother me a bit.
Well, from someone who's watched Ace attack for a couple of years now, really nothing bothers him when he attacks. I mean, you could have the National Guard coming out of the clan castle, and Ace would just deal with it.
Yeah,
it's like YOLO. Let's go.
He's a pro. Don't let him fool you. He's a pro.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that overall Town Hall 17 is more difficult, or is it too easy, or is it just right? Why and why not? See?
Well, I think we need some more data because I think bases are in the process of upgrading. I haven't seen really any near maxed or maxed bases so far. So I think it's going to get harder if it's not hard enough already. I'm hit or miss. Some bases I just get wrecked on because of the new defenses that they came out with. And in other bases, I waltz right through. So I think, to be determined.
Yeah. Ace?
To me, it's just, I don't know. It's like Town Hall 15, like I said earlier. It's just, it's easier for me. I mean, switching back to air, I was using the starch. You can drop a starch anywhere. You don't even have to use it for the Town Hall anymore. You just drop it anywhere and take care of most of the major defenses the way people are building their bases now. So save the Town Hall for, your dragons and your riders to come through because now you don't have to worry about the poison. Yeah, to me, it's just easier. I'm kind of enjoying it I mean, I just made it back in the Legends and already pushed back up to, I think, right at 5,400 trophies in 3 days. So
Nice.
Save this clip, Kat. Ace is enjoying the game again.
I'm writing it down now. Have the receipts. So, of course, with the new update came a new batch of glitches. How many were too many? Do you guys experience any issues with any of them? There was like a number of potion glitches, out of sync in war. You name it, they pretty much had it.
hey, see, let me go first on this one because me and you both play on Samsung tablets. So to me, I think it was just the iPhone people or the Apple people because I never had an issue with anything.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
What about you, Steve?
I did, but not on a level that I heard the other people complaining about. Like I noticed some strange things with my Town Hall 9. I couldn't use the queen,
Mhm.
which was really weird because before the update I had a queen, and it was above level 10, and then it would show me like the pedestal, but the queen wasn't there. And then when I hit attack, there was no queen, it was just a king. So I couldn't figure it out, and it's since been fixed with, some of the patchwork that they did. But that's really the only glitch that I personally dealt with. But I know there were many, many more that others had to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I experienced a number of them, and some of our friends were complaining quite vociferously and loudly about not being able to boost and do their legend hits in
Oh,
a couple of hours in the evening.
and Kat, which device do you use?
I have an iPad mini.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yes, I know. I know. Let's not go there. Okay, so you're talking about the issues that you had on your Town Hall 9, having a queen previously, and then when they sort of redid the whole hero interface and introduced the hero hall, it seemed to cause a lot of problems because you have to upgrade the hero hall in order to be able to use your heroes for that level. Do you think it's a good idea what they did? Do you like it?
I don't.
Ace? Go ahead.
I don't like it at all. I don't like the fact that you have to upgrade not a town hall, but a hero hall now in order to upgrade your heroes. Like they just added a whole nother element of upgrading, and it drives me crazy. Plus, I know we'll get used to it. I know we've talked about this outside of the podcast where there's a lot of changes, a lot of nuances going on, and eventually we'll all adapt to them. But as of right now, I don't like the hero hall whatsoever. It's new, it's different, it's confusing because you can switch your heroes in and out. And I know they needed a platform to do that, so I'm not faulting them for it. But just from my perspective of being a player of this game for so long and being used to the aesthetics of things, this is just throwing me off. What about you, Ace?
I completely agree. I mean, I've been trying to upgrade my king, and every time I always look for the little pedestal and just click on it and hit upgrade. But now you got to make the effort of going into the town hall and doing it through there, and just being able to use a book of heroes or something like that. I know the little icons there. It's just memory, I guess. It confuses me every time I go to do a hero and switching equipment and stuff. I mean, it's neat that you can do it all in one spot, but it's just going to take time to get used to it, I guess.
I agree. I think it was confusing at first to try and find, okay, how do I do this? And where will I find that? And then, the little hero book icon is so small. And not only that, then, on your base, like everybody had to fix every base you had because there are big holes in it because the little flag for the hero is much smaller than the altar. So it left big holes in your base. And I find it really a lot more difficult to find the heroes on the base when I'm looking at it, when I'm scouting a base.
Yes, agree.
Yeah. See?
I don't really look for heroes when I'm scouting a base. So
okay,
I haven't really noticed that. The only thing I know that is that removing the pedestals and adding like a flag caused a lot of holes in people's bases, which are still prevalent to this day because even in the wars that I'm seeing, people are neglecting to fill those holes, and they're leading to great entry points, especially from the attack style that Ace was just talking about. The Sarch blimp or any kind of blimp. It just brought you closer to the town hall, which leaves, obviously the defender a tremendous disadvantage.
Yeah, for sure. So another thing they gave us with 17 was a new signature defense, the fire spitter. You get 2 of them. They target ground and air. What do you guys think of those? Who wants to go first?
I'll let Ace field this question.
I was hoping you go first, but that's fine. I actually like them. I mean, even having to hit them, I really enjoy them because to me they're a better defense than the monolith. I mean, 1-on-1, that I have a feeling that they're gonna just, oh wow. I mean, they're awesome. They're a little rough on my air, but usually with my blimp, I target those first. Like I said before, I'm not worried about the town hall anymore. I target the fire splitters first, and I don't even worry about the monolith. No, that's my number one defense that I go for every time.
So the fire spitter's more damage than the monolith.
To me, yeah. I mean, it's well, the monolith's the single target, and the splitter is just whatever's around. I mean, it'll pop everything. I mean, it's kind of rough with loons and dragons because they tend to group up more. So, yeah. I mean, as far as using air, I mean, even with root riders, because they're a group type offense, so they all run together. So the splitters are just hammering all of them in a pack. But yeah, I dread them more than I do the monolith now.
See, what about you?
They're dangerous, especially the attack we were just talking about, the Rider Valk. I think the first time that I saw the fire spitters in war, I didn't take into account for them, basically because I didn't know what they were capable of. And I watched my root riders walk right by them and get shredded. I mean, in what seemed like seconds. And I was like, well, there's nothing more defeating than getting like maybe a minute and a half into attack and no, it's not going to be a 3-star. Like there's no chance. So these are definitely defenses that I was alluding to earlier when we were speaking that you're going to have to accommodate for now. And there's 2 of them, and the range on these things is insane. If you point them, depending on which way you're pointing them, between the 2 of them, they can cover almost, I would say, about 85% of a base. That's insane. That's insane. That's like, I think I saw where Supercell was going with this, because the Eagle, once activated, can target anywhere on the base. And these, between the 2 of them, have those same capabilities almost. So, and that I laugh at the description that they give for the fire spitter, because it says, well, it's inconsistent. It doesn't necessarily hit the first target or the second target. It's inconsistent with its fire. But so far from what I've seen, it looks pretty consistent in destroying troops. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I agree. I know, like you say, with the Root Rider Valk attack, if you're not careful when you're going into these things, like I've taken to freezing them, as my troops get within range, just to try and save some of my stuff, because it's not always feasible to come from behind them for what you want to do.
Yeah, I actually had a guy hit in Legends with Yetis and Witches, and them things tore those witches up. I mean, they didn't have a chance to spawn nothing. I mean,
Wow.
the little skellies that come out, gone. I'm talking a fraction of a second, just gone.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, they're pretty dangerous.
It's going to be interesting to see how people deal with them. So another thing that we got a couple of things. We got a new troop, the Thrower, which unlocks at Town Hall 16. It throws spears and has the same range as the Warden. Have you guys tried that?
I haven't. I haven't tried them. I don't know about Ace. Well, it doesn't sound like Ace has tried them either if he's using air. But they look kind of neat, but I don't know. I know they're designed kind of as a funneling troop, so to speak. I mean, that's really, what you're looking at as far as what they do. But it's kind of an expensive troop slot for me for just a funneling troop, because I know a lot of people try and get by funneling on the cheap, and these guys are a little hefty in price to use as funnelers. So I don't know. I haven't used them. I've seen people use them. They look neat. They look like they do a fair amount of damage. They're a little bit tanky, but they're a little hefty in price for my liking.
Ace, I'm judging by your chuckles that you never tried them.
I did try them.
You did.
As soon as 17 come out, I maxed them because I was hoping they were going to be a broken troop. And yeah, they're broke.
They were broken already. Yeah.
To me, they're worthless.
Yeah.
I tried them. I tried them in behind Yetis. I tried them in behind Root Riders. I've tried them every way, and the only thing I can really see them good for is maybe with a queen charge, throw one or two down. But
Yeah.
other than that, they disappear quickly.
Yeah. I think they definitely need some balance changes. Probably a buff. Reduce the housing space.
Buff. That's a 4-letter word to supercell.
Well, I was taking them in my CC just to try them out, see what they could do. And there were times where they were still kind of wandering around the outside of the base picking off trash. But overall, I feel like the Yetis are a better value.
They have a bowler feel to them, don't they?
Yeah.
It almost feels like a bigger version of a bowler with a stick instead of a ball.
Yeah, they're pretty squishy though. So I don't know.
Maybe we'll be seeing Clash baseball sometime soon. Who knows?
Bowlers and throwers. Oh my gosh. And so we also got a new spell, which is always interesting. The Revive spell. It revives one dead hero and takes 2 spell spaces. What do you guys think of that one? Ace, you go first.
Maxed it off the start, and I think I used it one time and really didn't. I don't know. To me, it was useless. I'd rather have a rage than that to help out. But I don't know. Some people would like it. I don't do queen charge. For a queen charge, it would probably work great. Something like that. But I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. My heroes. I mean, I kind of usually my heroes are the last thing standing. All my troops are gone. My heroes are still going. A lot of people sacrifice their heroes just to get into the base. But I think a little bit more of my heroes than I guess most people do.
See?
Yeah, again, I did try this once or twice in a war attack because as we were discussing, Kat, I was dropping the overgrowth spell and I thought, well, what am I going to add? And I thought, well, let's try this revive spell, because that would be kind of neat, especially like with an RC. She goes in, gets some defenses down, maybe gets killed a little too early. You revive her, she gets back up, and she maybe carries you through. And that is not what happened. When I used this spell, she came back up and went right back down pretty quickly. So I guess it's just a matter of timing, and getting used to the spell, seeing what it does, what happens afterwards. And to be fair, my spell wasn't maxed. So, there's probably a greater length or a greater buff to the hero once it's maxed. But yeah, I like the spell. I like the concept of it. I thought it was really neat. But it's gonna take some toying around with it because you don't want to bring your hero right back up into a war zone where she or he are just going to get destroyed immediately. It's just a waste of a spell at that point.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like you said, there's usually so much going on when your heroes and everything's in the core and things are dying and a hero goes down, but you don't necessarily see which one dies right away, right? So it's almost for this thing, you almost need someone spotting you can say, okay, use the revive spell now type of thing, because for me, it's like I'm usually focused on, when do I hit the abilities and the spells and all that. So there's so much going on. I did try it once myself and I kind of had the same result as you see. It was good, but it kind of died really fast again and just seemed like it wasn't worth the investment.
Well, 200 IQ move would be if you can hold on to this revive spell and say your troops or your army are petering out at the end and you're at maybe 91, 92%, and you can revive your RC and she cleans up either the trash or whatever defenses are left. Because let's be honest, usually at the end it comes down to 1 or 2 defenses maybe that are left and then some trash. So if you can exercise some patience and maybe save that spell, drop it at the end, she or he gets the last, 8%, then you're gold and you'll look like a genius.
Yeah. Well, patience is one of my strong suits, right?
Yes. Yes, I know that about you.
Another thing we got was the helper hut. So they finally took that goofy builder guy off the town hall and stuck him in a little hut by himself. Well, actually, he's got a companion. He's got the lab apprentice. So do you guys like that feature?
Ace?
I
Don't
don't use
speak all at once. Come on.
I don't use none of it. I mean, I've never used it. I mean, I spent what was it, 500 gems on
Hmm.
the helper, and it just sits there. I don't even mess with it. And the other one, honestly, I haven't even looked at it.
See?
I got a kick out of Yoda when he came on the show and talked about how there's a little waving hand and it freaks him out. And so now I can't look at that hand anymore without thinking of Yoda. So way to go, Yoda. Uh, I'm like Ace. Again, they're introducing so many new things aesthetically and, I guess to help you out in the long run. And I'm so used to the old ways that I don't even remember that I have the builder apprentice or now, his companion, the research helper apprentice, whatever. I forget that they're there. So I don't even think to use them, which is, a travesty because it would only be helping me. But yeah, it's going to take some getting used to and remembering that, there is some help, even though it is just a little. It doesn't make a huge difference, but any little bit helps.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually don't bother with the builder apprentice guy, the lab apprentice, whatever his name is. I do like that quite a bit, and I like that you can just assign him to your upgrade until it finishes. That I think is a really good feature that they did. So you don't have to keep every 2 hours or whatever reassigning him. Just assign him once, and then when he revives, he goes back and does a little bit more work till the upgrade's done. So I really like that part of it.
Same.
So overall, for Town Hall 17, it's kind of got this dark blue, black, and gold feature. Do you guys like the color scheme?
I do. Yeah. Yeah, it's like Town Hall 9 over again, right, Ace?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I mean, which both of y'all know, anything that's bright on the map bothers my eyes. I like darkness anyway. So
Embrace the dark.
yeah, increase it.
Exactly. All right. So moving away from Town Hall 17, now let's talk a little bit about some of the fun stuff that they've been doing this month. We've got ClashMas going on. They gave us this controllable hero event, which is really kind of cool. You do various challenges, and you can direct your hero by placing a little flag where you want it to go. Do you guys like that? The first 14 levels were pretty easy. The second half of the levels, not so much. What do you guys think?
I'll definitely go first on this one, Steve, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Dive
because
in.
I was going to say something derogatory about you, so it's probably better that you cut me off.
I don't know, but I mean, the first was it 14 levels. I had a hard time. Then our buddy Trample come out with his video, and I watched it, and I kind of understood it better. So that went pretty quick. And then the second half started, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell people now: if you haven't been on RedThorn voice chat, general voice at night, you need to come because with C Note and Hammer, it's not PG-13. So if you don't like it, then y'all just don't even show up. But these guys were having a heck of a time last night. I had so much fun just listening to them trying to get through the second part of this map. I mean, it was beautiful. I mean, I could have recorded and made my own podcast out of it. It was awesome. But I tried the first 3 or 4, and I got through 3 of them without looking at a video, which I still haven't watched it. I will look at it, Trample, I promise. But I kind of enjoy it. I mean, it's kind of fun.
See? That's it, see?
Well, yeah, I was going to say something derogatory about Ace, but he threw me under the bus as having a trucker mouth. So yeah, I'm out in the open now. I think it is a great idea for lower accounts. I think that the rewards that you get out of these events are great as far as, not only do you get loot, but you get items out of a chest, ranging anywhere from common to legendary. I know a couple of my lower accounts, I was able to get the fireball and the rocket spear for a couple of accounts. So it's It's been very beneficial. I don't know for like permamax accounts and maxed accounts or accounts that you're not going to do anything with. I don't know that that would be much of a benefit other than just something to do while you're waiting for troops to train for raids or legend hits or whatever. But it is fun. I think it's a great idea by Supercell. I think it's very festive. And it's kind of neat to be able to control the heroes in some aspect instead of just watching them bang on walls.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. The second half I've struggled with, and I've not been on voice while I'm doing them, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, watch Trample's videos, people.
Yeah. He really has great walkthroughs on each level, and I probably wouldn't have been able to do as many as I have without having slow motion watched his videos. Okay, put them in.
Yeah, and he can actually even give you live update or not updates, but tips because he's known to pop into the RedThorn general chat at night from time to time, and he knows he's got such a great memory that he knows which map you're on if you're describing something to him, and he can get you through it. So he was doing that for Hammer last night.
We need all the help we can get.
For sure.
So another thing they've given us is the ClashMas medal event. Do you guys buy the event pass?
Maybe.
Ace?
I had a free one. Our buddy Dandy Dan
Very nice.
gave me one. Yeah, the last event that we had, he sent me one. So thanks, Dandy Dan.
Yeah, this month we got the opportunity to collect the Electro Boots, which is the new epic equipment for the RC, and there's a bunch of decorations as well. There's a snow globe and ClashMas choir, and then of course they gave us the special ClashMas troops. There's the Cookie, the Ram Rider, and the Ice Wizard, and the good old Santa spell. Do you guys like the special troops? You know, what about the equipment? Have you gotten the equipment? Have you used it yet?
I haven't gotten. Yeah, I've gotten the Electro Boots, but they're not leveled up enough for me to confidently use them. So, but I love the idea, especially for the RC, because she won't be bothered by skellies anymore. So that'll be great. She'll just keep trucking. And the event troops are great too. I enjoyed them last year. They're amazing for lower accounts because those cookie pekkas just wreck stuff quickly. So those are always fun as well.
Yeah.
Ace, have you gotten the boots yet?
Yeah, I love them. I've got them up to I think 17 now, and they work great. Yeah, you don't have to worry about skellies no more. That's one thing I do like about it. I mean, I hate that you have to get rid of your rage or your hog puppets, which I actually switched to the boots with the spear, and that's been working pretty good. So,
spicy.
What are you using, Steve?
I'm still using the shield and the rage, or excuse me, the haste, until I can get I think my Electro Boots are level 11. So if I get them to like 15, I'll probably start using them, seeing how they go. And my question for you, Kat, is you want that snow globe, don't you, out of the shop?
You know me so well. I saw it and I'm like, oh man, it's so expensive. But it's a snow globe. Yeah, I will be getting it. I cannot lie. At least on my main account, I'll get the snow globe. So
get it, store it till next year, bring it back out. Yep,
that's right. I have all my decorations on my base out for ClashMas. The trees are organized according to year, and
that is a heck of a lot of shovels.
And it's a lot of shovels. So every time there's clan games, I make sure I get the shovel.
I was just gonna say, we know what you're picking in clan games.
So one other thing they've just brought out, and I think this is a really cool idea, the SCID reward program. So basically, you log into the online Supercell store and you go under one of the games that you play and you just activate your reward card. It's a digital card. And they give you 1,000 points to start. And you keep earning points just by logging in each day and completing different tasks. You can earn points by buying some of the offers in the store, of course. And the points just keep adding up across all of the games you play. So if you play a bunch of their games, all those points are going to add up, and you can use them in each of the different reward shops. Each shop has their own different rewards. So like in Clash of Clans, there's a special crossover scenery, and I can't remember what else there was. There's a chance to win a limited edition Clash of Clans beanie, and you can redeem for different resources and potions and books. What do you guys think about this, Ace?
I mean, anything to give something back from all the money people are spending, I mean, is good regardless. But I don't really buy anything anymore, which I might have to now just so I can see how it works. But like I said, I love it when anyone tries to give back something.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes sense. It shows a little bit of appreciation in my book. So
For sure. See?
This has a Sam's Club or Costco kind of feel to it, doesn't it? Like the more you buy, the more you save. So, I mean, going off that premise, I know Ace and I are hoping that maybe they'll carry Freezeritas in the future and we'll get discounts on those or something. I don't know. I'm kidding. It's a good idea. I agree with Ace. Like it's a nice idea to reward those that choose to spend money on the game, and it's probably overdue, I would say.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's, we've been buying stuff in game for years, right? And they did have a Supercell store at one point where they sold actual merchandise, and then now they bought it back with, selling their offers, and it's all to with avoiding some of the charges from the various stores like Apple and Google. So I think it's a really great idea. You want to encourage people to come to your portal and use your interface, right? So the money comes directly to you. So why not give back to people by giving them fun things that they can use in game? It feeds the game, feeds the company.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is, where was this $10,000 ago?
We don't want to talk about that.
Right?
10. You only put 10? Really? Oh.
Well, that was last year.
Okay.
So an interesting thing that I did notice is, remember over the years you would buy like a gem pack, not that anybody buys gem packs anymore, but you would buy a gem pack and you would get these little gifts in game for your clanmates, right?
Yep.
I kind of missed that. It was kind of fun. But
if you remember last year, Kat, I was talking to you because I wanted to play C-Note Claws, and I wanted to go and visit clans and buy those gem packs so that the clan would get, the rewards of the little gem packs that it gives. And unbeknownst to us, Supercell just decided not to do it anymore and dropped it. So it kind of ruined a show idea that I had in store, where I was going to not only visit clans with friends of mine in it, but clans that I had visited for my podcast, just to spread some holiday cheer. And true to form, Supercell has to rain on my parade.
They nerfed it. What can I say?
Right. Yeah, they nerfed it. Yes.
Well, and we play various other Supercell games, Squad Busters, and I still play Clash of Royale. And both of those games have these things where, Squad Busters has Squadmas, and they have an advent calendar, and every day you log in and you get a little gift. And Clash Royale is the same thing. They have the exact same thing. So I'm just wondering why Clash of Clans doesn't have something like that anymore. Like, they had a little one that they would do for 5 days, the 5 days of ClashMas, where, you would log in and you get like a hero book and some potions. And C-Note's favorite, the resource potion, was usually in there. But, do you think that they're, kind of missing the boat on this by not doing something like this for their player base?
I think the apple of their eye in terms of mobile app games is now turned into the stepchild. If what you're saying is true, that they're doing stuff with other games that they have and not with Clash of Clans. So I wish that they were still doing that, because I like the fact that, hey, I have to buy gems anyway. And this is just giving, not a lot, obviously, 10, 15 gems, but still, it's something to your clanmates.
Or a potion, or anything, right?
Yeah, let's not go crazy. 10 to 15 gems is enough. We don't want to, encourage the distribution of resource potions. So,
Ace, what about you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, anything free is good. If you want to add something to a game and have more people come in, give them something free. I mean, that always draws you in. But I mean, I know my slots game gives me free coins every time I log in, as long as I log in every day. So
Yeah, I agree.
Free picture of Ace for every $25 purchase
There you go.
in store.
And at $100, he'll autograph it.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, getting the peep. Oh,
So I wanted to just ask you guys, like Town Hall 17 is very, very fresh. It's not even a month old yet. But what do you hope to see as Town Hall 17 progresses through the year? Like, is there something that you'd like to see happen with this particular Town Hall? See?
go ahead, Sam. You get this one.
Ooh, boy. Why do I get the tough ones?
Told you they were going
Let's
to be
see.
tougher.
Yeah, and you weren't lying. I'd like to see a balance, right? So Town Hall 17 dropped, and at face value, all the air got a buff, and ground got no love. So I eventually would like to see that balance out because I'm not here to play Clash of Dragons, and I've made that clear. And if I'm forced to use that attack to 3-star, then I will happily 2-star for the rest of my career. So I just want to see a balance. I have nothing against people that use dragons or air attacks, not at all. But I want to be able to play the game the way I want to play the game. And if I can't do that, then that makes me question, my gameplay. So
Yeah. Ace?
I've been questioning my gameplay ever since I started playing. So, yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree. I mean, I was there for a long time and went back to ground when the Root Riders come out and was enjoying the game. And of course, we all know that they nerfed them and nerfed them and nerfed them, and then I think they nerfed them again after that. But I would love to see them give troops for ground that would be equal to the air attack.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because with air, I haven't used air in probably a year and a half. So moving back to it, I jumped right back into 3-star like it was nothing. I think I'm 7 for 8 today.
Wow.
pro player.
It's so easy to attack with air, especially with the equipment and the heroes the way they are. It just, I mean, your troops are just there for cleanup, really. But with ground, the way the Root Riders were at the beginning, all three of us were having fun. All three of us were playing every day, constantly laughing. And then as soon as we got the nerf, all of us just changed our attitude and was like, man, this game's starting to get on my nerves. But make it fun for everyone, not just the people that enjoy air. So, yeah, I mean, I wish a little consistency, would be great. Let's keep it consistent. Let's do air and ground, not just like C-Note said, Clash of Dragons. Let's not do that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and we know that on their Inside the Builder Hut episode, one of the devs, I can't remember his name, he specifically said that he loves dragons. He'd make it Clash of Dragons if he could. Well, looks like they are working on that now. But he has to remember, not everybody loves dragons the way he does. And just because as a developer, you like a certain troop doesn't mean that the people who support you and pay your bills like the same thing. So
Well said.
Well said. Very much.
And speaking of devs, if you could ask them for one thing in the game right now, what would it be and why? Ace?
Let's buff some ground. I mean, give it back to the Root Riders. If you brought in the splitters, so let's give the Root Riders something. Or, for the air people, I've noticed a lot with my dragons how slow they are. Speed the dragons up a little bit for me. Other than that, I mean, everything seems to be working really good with Town Hall 17. I mean, that's buff my Root Riders and speed my dragons up. I'll be happy.
See?
Well, mine is less of a dev request and more of like a directed towards Supercell. Like, do a collab with Star Wars or Disney. Do a collab with Disney because they have Marvel and Star Wars. So, double whammy right there. Do a collab. I'm itching to spend money on this game. So I would buy a ton of your skins. If you did a collab with them, and they've proven that they can do collabs with major companies, right? With what we've had so far. So I think this is totally feasible. Like, work out a deal with Disney, because they own everything and you can't go wrong. Just bring out the stuff. Like, Squad Busters had Transformers. That's a huge, huge industry. I can never remember the name of this game because I don't play it.
Brawl Stars?
Brawl Stars, yes, thank you. They had SpongeBob going on. They were doing national commercials with John Cena. So they shelled out some money for that. So I don't understand why they can't do a collab with Disney and get this, these Star Wars skins coming out or Marvel superheroes. They would make a killing. And I've asked for this on I don't know how many podcasts, and my own included. So I'm hoping they hear my pleas.
Yeah, no, I love that idea. It's
Ace loves it too. Ace loves Star Wars.
I will go with the Marvel all day long, but when it comes to Star Wars, they can keep it. I don't care nothing.
Can you imagine seeing like your king running as Darth Vader? That would be great. Or Chewbacca.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, I love that. I love the whole idea. I think they can make it work, and it would be amazing, and people would love it, except for Ace.
I totally agree. I think there's so many opportunities, and I don't know if they're just not willing to look at it, or if they're looking at different ideas and just don't want to invest the time and money into it. But I'm hoping that they do, because the Holland event was pretty successful for them. But that was a pretty, a lot of us North Americans who don't focus on soccer didn't really know who he was at first. I mean, we all know now, but it'd be nice to see something in a little bit more of the entertainment, mainstream media type of thing as a collaboration. Definitely.
Well, Supercell admitted that they are shifting their gears and concentrating on aesthetics as their main form of revenue, for this game. So this would only make sense, and maybe they're building it up. Maybe they're being showmen and building the suspense up, and seeing how many people outcry for this kind of thing. But
don't hold your breath.
I think they would make a killing off of it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys. So in the spirit of ClashMas and the holiday season, we're going to do a top five Christmas or holiday foods. Ace, you want to give me your number 5?
Number 5. I'm going with all food. I'm not going with like desserts or nothing like that, because I'm a healthy eater. So number 5 would be broccoli casserole for me.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
Oh, that does sound delicious. That kind of makes my 5 sound bad. We can include drinks in this, right?
Drinks are food.
Yes. Okay. I'm going with eggnog as my number 5.
Oh, very festive. My number 5 is meatballs in gravy.
Oh, good stuff.
What's your number 4, Ace?
That sounds good. I'm just glad Susie wasn't around to hear the G word.
Gravy?
Everybody knows how she is about gravy. So my number 4 was the buffalo chicken dip. And if anyone sees the food porn, they know I've already put a picture of it in there. So it's awesome.
See?
We are at number 4. Okay, number 4 for me would be, and this holds true for like Thanksgiving and Christmas, because I can eat this at either, pumpkin pie.
Ooh, interesting. My number 4 is homemade butter tarts. They're so good.
They sound good. Are you feeding us after this?
I might have to. We're all going to be hungry.
Is there a buffet waiting after this?
Yeah.
My number 3 would be green bean casserole, and the only time I get it, Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's the only 2 times I get it a year.
That is so good. See, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is mac and cheese, and not the crap out of a box, like homemade mac and cheese. There's nothing better, especially on a cold day.
That's such comfort food.
Yes.
My number 3 is cabbage rolls. Love them. They're so good.
Oh, those are good.
Cabbage rolls for her number 3. Susie just walked by and just went, whenever you said that.
Sorry, Susie. What's your number 2, Ace?
Number 2 is honey ham.
Ooh, yum. See?
Yep.
Well, you guys are going to think that Ace and I were cheating off each other's paper, but that actually was my number 2 as well, honey ham.
Ooh, interesting.
Great minds.
My number 2 is tourtière. It is a Quebec delicacy. It's a pie with pork filling, very spicy, and it's got a crust on top. It's so good.
Yeah.
Tourtière. What is your number 1, Ace?
Well, my number 1 is homemade mac and cheese in a crock pot, because I just shared the recipe the other night with all of y'all.
Yes.
That stuff is just. I'm sorry. That has my main course written all over. I have a little piece of meat and the whole plate, nothing but mac and cheese.
You know,
I'd just like to point out that for anybody that's trying to reach me around Christmas time, I will be spending Christmas at Ace's house, enjoying all his food. No, my number one, and you look at my list, and you can definitely tell I have a sweet tooth. My number one is Christmas cookies. I love Christmas cookies, and it doesn't feel like Christmas without Christmas cookies.
definitely.
Mm.
My number one is shortbread cookies. I love shortbread.
Oh, good stuff. Good
I mean,
stuff.
that's kind of weird because I had no sugar on my list at all.
That's because you're sweet enough, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what my mom would always say. You're sweet enough.
Bursting with sweetness. You're like a starburst.
Ooh, start.
Or like
Yeah.
a sour gummy.
Sour gummy.
All right, guys, it's time for some shout outs. Ace, do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, I'd like to shout you out for having me on. We were supposed to do this on 100, that way I could retire, but I guess you planned against that and you're not going to let me retire now. So
Never.
I want to shout out C-Note for being a brother in Clash. That's my buddy. Everybody knows it. Got his back anytime.
Hey.
My wife, Susie, which a lot of people know her. All of our guys and ladies on the voice chat at night know her for putting up with me in 11 years of this game and all the cussing and fussing that I do when I'm playing it.
More cussing than fussing.
Yeah, more cussing. And trample damage for the videos he puts out. I really appreciate that. It kind of makes my life easy.
Those are great shout outs. See?
Oh goodness, I don't think we're near the 2-hour mark that I was hoping for. So I'm gonna have to just go through this humongous list of call outs. I'm kidding. I just want to wish all your listeners, all of my listeners, a very Merry Christmas. Have a safe and happy holidays. And I would like to say a particular happy holidays to my two favorite people right now in here with me, Kat and Ace. Your friendship means the world to me, and I've enjoyed this past year of pretty much talking to you every single night, and I look forward to many more nights talking to you.
So sweet.
Oh, you're going to make me cry.
Me too.
Well, crying brings listeners, so go ahead.
Nice.
Well, I want to thank you both for being on the show tonight, and I really appreciate it. And so shout you both out for that, and wish you both an early Merry Christmas. We'll be talking in the days to come, so I'll say it again several times, I'm sure. And I want to shout out all of the Pineapples and Thorns listeners. I put out this show, and when I find out people actually enjoy listening to my ramblings, it makes my day. So thank you very much. And a huge shout out to Mama Sids. She's my editor extraordinaire, and without her, there would be no show. So I hope everybody who's listening and all of my friends have a wonderful Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating at this time of year. We are going to leave you with a very special ClashMas gift, one of Jez's ClashMas songs, All I Want for ClashMas.
Woohoo! Santa, this year, I just want one thing for ClashMas. Or maybe I should be asking Anushka. What I really want is a new healer level for the greatest troop of all. Please help. I don't want a lot for ClashMas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the Santa spell or if those wizards freeze. I just want a new level of the greatest troop of all. Make my wish come true. Oh, all I want for ClashMas is a new healer. Yeah, that's what I want. Well, I don't want a lot for ClashMas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care how long it takes my base to sprout a ClashMas tree. I don't need a hog event as OP as it might have been. I don't need the wizard I don't need the one gem boost, 'cause I don't care about defense at all. Supercell, let's make a pact. I will buy the starter pack if you'll help me get my queen walk right back on a winning track. I just want a new level for the greatest troop of all. Make my wish come true. All I want for ClashMas is a new healer, baby. Oh, new healer, baby. And all the bombs are dropping the healers from the air. And I just can't help feeling all the nerfs aren't fair. And can you hear me singing? Supercell, I'm pleading. Healers' lives matter. Would you let them be? Yeah. 'Cause I don't wanna live for ClashMas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the center bomb or if those wizards freeze. I just want a new level for the greatest troop of all. Make my wish come true. Oh, all I want for ClashMas is a new healer, baby. Ooh, baby. Merry ClashMas.